What's up? It's me, ADRI.V, the go-getter, and I want to welcome you to the G Code podcast. You see, this is a place you go to get the pretty, the ugly, and the grind to success. There's always a story to be told, and everything that glitter ain't gold. So understand this, there is no need for the cheat code when you got the G Code. So get your notebooks and pens ready. It's time for us to get into it. Welcome to the G Code.
You are now listening to the G Code with ADRI.V.
Yes, indeed. Welcome to another episode of the G Code, where we give you the pretty, the ugly, and the grind to success. Talk about the mental health, music, and all things that matter with it. Now, listen, today's episode, I had the opportunity to sit down with a man who is definitely taking the Jamaican dancehall by storm, and he is none other than the star TeeJay. Recently dropped his debut album, I Am Chippy, back in February with Warner Records, and he definitely came crazy with the song Drift. Yes, this song has been lighting up through social media, going insane, and his EP is executive produced by Shaggy with features from Davido, Tommy Lee, and so many other people. And we're going to be diving into the details of how he got his start. You know, how do he keep his mental health in order? How do he stay focused? Being a go-getter is not easy. How did he keep going? And most importantly, what's next and how is he changing the scene? I was really excited for this interview because his song has been a song I've just been playing back to back to back, and I'm excited to dive in, of course, and help you get to know a little more about TeeJay, the Mr. Dancehall King himself. Newfound one, changing it up and giving them a whole different perspective on what it is to give you dancehall music. So without further ado, let's dive right in and tap in with TeeJay. Hey, what's up, my go-getters? It's me, ADRI.V, and listen, welcoming you to another chance where we get a chance to sit and chop it up with some true go-getters who are changing the industry in a major way. And this man has taken us by storm when it came to going viral. You heard the song before you got a chance to see the man, and I mean, it was TikTok after TikTok, post after post. You got a taste of what he brings. And I mean, he's not new to this. He's true to this. But for some, he's new. And I want to welcome, of course, none other than the star, the dancehall star, none other than Mr. TeeJay. Welcome.
Blessings, respect, man. I appreciate the love. I appreciate the love anytime.
Absolutely. Gonna always show it. Now, listen, I have to let you know, because I'm not going to say I'm big into dancehall. I love dancehall. I love reggae. But when I first became aware of who you are, it was because you went viral. Like, this song was on everybody's video and TikTok. And, you know, I'm not going to dive into that just yet because I really want to build up to it. But for those who may not know who TeeJay is, and by now they got to know, tell me from your mouth, you know, exactly who is this man with this plan, Mr. Dancehall himself?
Yeah, man, the man is just the man, you know. The mystery man, you know. Yeah, man, the man of the moment, as you say. But they don't know, who don't know, I'm from Montego Bay.
Yes.
And my real name is given Timoy Janai Jones. That's the reason why it was shot for TeeJay. Yeah, and it's just music. Music is the only vibe for me, you know.
Yeah, and so when did you get your start? Like, because you've been doing this for a decade plus. So what
Yeah, man, for a while.
Yeah, for a while now.
More than 10 years now.
Yes, definitely more than 10 years. And so what made you go into music? What moved you to this thing we all love?
Well, the family. I grew up seeing my mother singing and thing, brothers and everybody. So that's when I decided to become an artist from a tender age.
And so what did it look like for you? So, you know, were you going
greatness? It was a bright future for me, and still is, because music is the only thing I know from a smaller age coming up.
Yes, and so you talk about greatness. You just dropped your debut EP, and it was in February. And I mean, you have a dope listing and an executive producer on there with Shaggy, and of course the album. The name of the album is, what is it? I Am Chippy.
Yeah.
So what made you? First of all, I'm sure Chippy is not the same Chippy I'm thinking. So give me what led to the name of the album, I Am Chippy.
Well, it's just a nickname, honestly. And at the time, searching for a name for the EP, we never have nothing, and everybody decided to call it the EP I Am Chippy. Because it's my nickname, and it has a knock. It has a next side of TeeJay talking about dancehall music, and growing up, everybody know me as that. So I just decided to use that name.
Okay, so everybody calls you Chippy. Nicknames are earned and not just given. So what is the build up to this nickname? Because I was going to ask this question. Okay, you can't give it to us and say I am Chippy and not tell me where Chippy came from.
Crazy story, long story. We're just gimmicking each other, mocking each other, and somehow one of my friends decided to call me Chippy, and from then it just become a name.
Okay. Later on, I want the real details. The long story. We can definitely set it up, because the way you smiled when I asked you the question, I know it's some deets to it, ain't it?
Yeah, it's some deep.
Well, I look forward to learning it at a later interview. But with this debut album, you have already just taken us by storm with just one song, and you have many more that are on there. But it's executive produced by Shaggy. Like, how did you get Shaggy to be a part of your project?
Shaggy, before Warner Music and everything, Shaggy was the one who said he was going to sign me on behalf of my management team. My manager and Shaggy go way back and everything. So Shaggy realized the talent I have and said he was going to sign me and everything, do some work with me. And then after, there was this deal with Warner Music, and all of us was great for the deal and things. So, Shaggy had to be a part of greatness. So me and him have a conversation, and we decided to make Shaggy be the executive producer for the EP and thing. So the work never stops same way, because of the love Shaggy showed me from day one, and looking up to him as a mentor same way. That's how you become a part of the EP.
I love it. And so, coming up in any industry, I feel like having a mentor is so important, and they kind of guide us through different things to really help us. And as you have been in this industry, having a mentor like Shaggy, how pivotal and important has it been for you to be able to have someone like that that's really riding for you and that's on your team?
I mean, experience teaches knowledge, and as you said, what I don't know, Shaggy can guide me and show me the way, and that is really important. It's very important right now.
I love that.
So big shout out and big respect to Shaggy same way, because he never have to do this.
But he saw the greatness. He saw the greatness in you and wanted to be a part of the greatness.
Yeah. I mean, when Shaggy always feel like dancehall music deserve this big reward. So I guess I am the what you would say now. I guess TeeJay is just that one person who can lead dancehall to a next level, Shaggy always says. So I guess I am the person who's gonna make everybody get their big reward, the big prize. Yeah.
Listen, I'll receive that, and I like the fact that you're even speaking from that place, because they say heavy is the head that wear the crown. So if you're going to be the one that's leading us there, and I see somewhere you mentioned wanting to redefine dancehall music. Why is that important to you, and wanting to be the one that lead it and wear the crown, and like Shaggy already is giving you the nod on that?
Yeah, it's just renovating, like how you renovate the
I
house,
like that. That's
Yeah,
good.
it has been there for a good time now, and nobody, people who should pay eyes on dancehall or keep our eyes on dancehall haven't been looking on dancehall, so we're just renovating dancehall right now.
Oh, okay, so let's get into the renovation, okay? Because I'm sure you have had your chance to renovate your home, apartment, wherever you have lived. So when we're thinking
Yeah.
about renovating, we get into the details, right? We get into the color carpet, the color of the walls. So when you talk about renovating, what are you feel that you're bringing different than what has already been out? I mean, I hear it in this EP. I hear it in Drift. But what is
Yeah.
your take and your opinion on what was before what we knew dance hall to be, and now you're giving it this renovation? And I really love the fact that you use that as a key word.
Well, honestly, I wouldn't even say that I'm bringing something new, but at the same time, only a few of us can be a multifaceted artist. And I think in the few people that is a multifaceted artist, TeeJay is listed in the top five same way. And I think people should actually look out for that because I can sing, DJ, perform at the same time. So I think bringing my style to dancehall it is a lot. It means everything to Jamaican people. It means everything to the people who support dancehall music, to know that okay, we have a complete artist who can put himself together, who can represent us. That's what I'm bringing. Yeah,
You said multifaceted. So you said singing, DJing,
dancing, DJ,
dancing, full on artist and
the
performing.
full artist. Yeah.
Now, when you have to do all of that, TeeJay, are you in the gym?
Well, honestly, I just started back my weight loss and
Uh-huh.
my dieting. Just started back that since a week. Oh,
Yeah.
yeah, get back on track and thing because I know summer is coming up. A lot of shows there, and fitness is very important in performance. So
Because
I
when
just started some work.
good
Other
because
day, other day when other day after the drift song, everything was so comfortable and thing, I had to put on some weight, but I'm shedding everything right now. I promise you, by now and summer is a change artist, total different artist you're looking at.
listen, I think what I'm looking at looks good now, but what I do know is when you're out here performing, it's the wind, it's the endurance, right? Because if you're bringing all the energy that you're gonna bring, we
Yeah,
don't want you out of breath. So I'm excited,
yeah,
and
to stay fit.
you gotta stay fit. And I think that's what we're missing now in artistry. Artists are no longer giving us a full on show. And with you saying all this that you're bringing, you know how many people are going to be in demand and wanting to show up to your shows because they know they're going to get the energy that they're looking for.
True, true.
Absolutely. And so when we think about, energy bringers, we think about vibes, your peer, getting a nod from yet another one, Vibes
Yeah,
Cartel.
giving the peoples their money worth.
Yeah. Yes. And so, another gentleman who's heavy in the game when it comes to it, and also someone who definitely has looked at you and said, yes, he has it, is Vibes Cartel. So what is it like being able to get the nod from your peers and people that you respect? And two has been in the game to be able to say, yeah, look at him. He's the one, right? Yeah.
Yeah, it's like encouragement, strength, labor. Hearing that from Vibes Cartel as a young artist makes any artist wanna go harder than before. You get me? Yeah, because the king of dancehall is telling you that yo, yeah, the body's thing right now, and it motivates you, keep you on the right path of like the right track. So yeah, man, big up to the elders and the legends of dancehall same way.
Yes, definitely big ups to the legends. And you speak about motivation. What has kept you going, in this industry, even when I think about me and chasing my dreams of radio and podcasting and just wanting to expand my brand, as many times we're met with opposition. The idea of someone telling you no or a closed door. And I'm certain throughout your journey, you've been met with some opposition and some
A lot,
challenges, right? A lot. We
a lot,
have that
but
in common.
whenever I remember that if you want good, you always have to run, and great man always get a fight in life.
Yeah.
So giving up wasn't an option for me. It wasn't a choice because of a lot of kids. And my kids are my inspiration to go out. And I get my aspiration from the streets same way. And things that I've learned growing and growing so far as the vocabulary expand.
Yes.
That's where the inspiration from.
I love that. And it's necessary to keep that at centerfold, you know, as you're maneuvering and growing in this space. It's absolutely key. So, you know, when we think about your motivation and energy, your drift gives us so much energy. Every time I hear it, it just gets me excited. And I'm gonna be honest, you know, when you get into the beat and you in the groove, I have no idea exactly what you're saying. I just know I just
what was the melody? Once the melody stays in your, it remains in your head. That's all I need. You know, the melody. People to just love the melody.
Listen, it is there, and one of my
honestly, sometimes to sing that song, I don't even know what I'm saying. Sometimes just be, but it's nice, and I love it.
Yeah,
I was just doing some dub play today for some DJs and things, and I was telling one of my friends, yo, drugs is in this song. Yeah. This song has drugs in it. The rhythm, everything. Once you get into it, the groove, you have to just keep dancing.
Yo, that's it. I mean, when I hear it, I'm like, yo, run it back. Like every time the DJ, because I'm an energy person, right? And I just feel like if we're vibing. Let's give me songs that's gonna give me energy, that's gonna make me dance, that's gonna make me move, right?
That's right.
And this song is one of them. Even one of my little cousins, she gets to go and she be like, oh, and she caught the beat and she was like 3. I'm like, yo, look at her go. And so then you drop that and you give us the remix with Davido. How did you and Davido link up for this? We got Afro beats, we got dancehall coming together. Crazy.
Yeah, man, because Nigeria has 200 million people. I need some of that following.
Yes.
Need some of that following, I swear. So the collab with me and Davido was just to reach out to a wider audience. And a lot of people know about Drift, even after the collab in Africa, same way.
Yeah.
So sometimes we have to collab as artists for our music to reach places.
That is so smart. I love that.
Come on.
Love that. Very strategic, you know, and I think taking that approach, you know, puts you in a position to where you can continuously grow your fan base and the masses, right? And so when we think about the track listing, you know, I just have a few questions about a few songs, all right? Because I just sit and I'm just like, you know, let me dive into this because I can't just keep playing Drift the whole time, right? Because this is one of my go-tos. But Twerk It. This
for the ladies.
Well, listen, you knew I was gonna come with that. It's
for the ladies.
For the ladies. When you put this song together, did you have us in mind? Did you see the twerking happening? Like, what is your process?
I always have the ladies in mind. I'm a ladies man, you know. Yes. I'm the ladies' favorite person. I'm their teddy bear. I'm that, you know, that life blanket person. So I'm always thinking about the ladies. So when I was voicing Twerk It, the only thing I was seeing is the ladies twerking, just twerking nonstop.
It was given that. That's. I felt like you had a vision, or like you were in the studio and people were in there giving you the energy.
I'm about to drop the music video for that song right now too. Twerk It.
Oh, I'm excited.
I believe in that song, and sometimes you have to believe in the music. Just promote it until it reaches where it's supposed to reach.
I agree. I'm a firm believer in that. So we go from Twerk It and full auto. What is full auto about to you? Because like for me, I listen to the music and then I dive into wanting to grasp the connection of the title.
Full auto is just hardcore dancehall music. Like what a Super Cat or a Bounty Killer or a Shabba Rankin would do.
Yes.
So it's more of a grimy side of the dancehall music. Things that we grew up on here and here in the community and stuff. I just sing about it so other street youth can feel the vibes and feel rooted with TeeJay as a street youth same way. But it's just entertainment. Most of the lyrics is just for entertainment.
I was over here like this. I got some questions. Right? But
No,
I feel
for the listeners, Fully Arthur is just for entertainment. In Jamaica, we have clash, we have dance battle, same way. So it's just a song to show people that TeeJay is versatile and he can DJ and he can do hardcore dance and music as well.
Yeah, and
nothing too serious.
Yes, and I definitely picked that up, because it's when you look at your EP, you give an array of sound, which I love, right? And you're telling stories. And I felt like Full Auto was definitely a storytelling component. And like you said, what is cultural to you and what you've experienced and what you grew up on and what you learned, that is pretty much like a homage. And that's kind of what I took from it.
Yeah, man, it's just like the Rambo movie. Fully Out is just like the Rambo movie.
Yeah.
Everything is prop. Nothing is real.
I love it. Now, this one, 4th of July. 4th of July?
Yeah. The gas.
I like how you smiled on that one. Come on, expand
upon
man,
the gas. The gas. You're singing about the gas.
Uh-huh.
Yeah, we're singing about the gas. We're singing about people who enjoy going out there, having fun, not being a stuck-up person,
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, talking about that particular person who enjoyed their life and don't even give one heck about what people want to say.
Yeah. And why do you think it's important for people? I think some people may take life very serious and there's not moments where it's truly enjoyable. But in your opinion, in TeeJay's opinion, why is it important to literally be intentional, with enjoying your life to the fullest?
Then you remember we only have one life to live, and sometime when you look into it, time short.
True.
Time short, so make good use of it. And if you don't, somebody else will.
Somebody absolutely will.
So make good use of life.
Indeed. And so, each and every time when I have a true go-getter on here, because you've been getting to it, and what I love is that when people get a chance to be reintroduced to you because you've already been introduced to the world, we start diving into your past music, right? You start diving into other things, and there's a complete separation of where you were to where you are now, right? And so when you think about getting to where you are, like you said, you had drift and you got a little bit uncomfortable, just start kind of sitting in it just a little bit and just basking in reaching a place you had a goal for. What do you think have been your 3 G codes to success? Like things that you've been living by, that's been holding true to you, that's been keeping you moving forward, and reaching where the heights you have wanted to reach. So what are 3 G codes to your success?
I would just say a lot of discipline and principle, dedication. Because if I never dedicate myself to music or believe in it, I wouldn't be here talking to you right now. So, and I'm a hardworking person. I'm not gonna sit and wait on anybody to do anything for me. So that's why I tell you, persistence. You have to keep going. You have to have this drive. You have to be hungry. Mm-hmm. So I always tell myself that, listen, you're nobody, and you need to be a somebody. That's the only way people gonna respect you, by seeing that you put in the work, you dedicate yourself to whatever you're doing. That's the only way you're gonna gain power. So those are my 3 codes that I use to survive: dedication, persistence, and principle. Because if you don't have principle, you're not gonna have dedication. You have to know how to wake up early just to catch an interview or the TV station, and you have to be present to hear your name,
Yeah.
So yeah,
absolutely. I'll take that. Now, someone who loves Jamaica, whenever I visit, I be like, I want to live here, but I also have friends, who are from there and have lived there, and I love the space. It's just always happy, vibrant, And I just always am in a good mental space when I'm there, you know. But, you know, when it comes to mental health, especially with us in the African American community, we're constantly looking at it from a way of like, you know, do you get counseling? Do you have therapy? What do you do to keep your mental health in check? Because in this industry, it's so many ups and downs and there's so many things coming at you. Like you said, the requirements to be different places. How do you keep your neck up, you know, keep yourself checked up from the neck up, you know, your mental in space and in a good space and focus, you know? How do you keep your mental in check?
Well, I try to have people around me who's gonna make me happy, and people who's not sad and in war with the world.
Yeah.
Because if you don't have good people around you with good energy, you can't have a good day, you can't have a good time. So I make sure the people's around me is not a burden to me, and everybody is on the same page. We are all destined for greatness. And yeah, just keep your head up high, put in some work during the daytime and focus on what's necessary. Not what we want, but at the same time what we also need. And just get it. No bother complaining or anything like that. Everybody have a job. Everybody have a dream that basically all of us have the same dream. Mm-hmm. So we just chase it together because I love my friends. And if I'm rising, I want my friends to rise with me too.
I love that. And you are rising because this EP is definitely one that is dope. That's amazing. And so you mentioned Twerk It is going to be the next video dropping. What can we expect next that you're going to be pushing from us? Because, you know, we got Drift. You gave us that. Now we're rolling into Twerk It with the video. And then what's next should we expect? Tour? What's going on?
Yeah, man. I have to do a tour. But, you know, I always tell people I'm not a prophet or anything, but I definitely know that greatness only. My next move, everything that I'm doing, I always tell people greatness only. So I'm destined for greatness. So I just want to achieve great things.
That's it. And you shall, because you already spoke it, and it is so.
Yeah, respect.
I love it. Now, tell the folks how they can stay connected with you, follow you on social, any website, you got merch. Want to make sure we plug it all.
Yeah, you know, to follow me, just search for TeeJay. That up top boss, and my TeeJay is spelled different. It's TeeJay. That up top boss. Anywhere, TikTok, Twitter, Instagram, YouTube, TeeJay.com website. Anything,
all things, anything and all things, TeeJay. Well, listen, I appreciate you for sharing your time with me, coming and speaking, and for the folks getting a chance to get to know you a little bit more intimately. And I look forward to learning about this nickname a little bit more for the next one. You know, I didn't forget.
Time I'll forget the long story.
Yep, I did not forget. I did not forget. And that right there was the dancehall star, Mr. TeeJay, definitely dropping G codes after G codes and really helping us to understand how to maneuver and why he's doing what he's doing, and making sure that you comprehend and understand that he's coming to shake it up in a dance hall game. Definitely appreciating him, and don't forget to tap in with him and support the movement. All right, now listen, this right here wraps up yet another episode of the G Code. And as always, thank you so much for listening. Welcome to the G Code.
Hey yo, this is TeeJay, the top boss, representing for the go-getter ADRI.V. Big up yourself. We're outside about to turn this up. I bet you turn up in there. Jiff, mad.
Be sure to subscribe to the G Code podcast. Find it on iTunes, Spotify, Google Play, iHeartRadio, and all places a podcast lives. Want to catch up on the G Code podcast? Well, go to www.ADRI.VTheGoGetter.com and also subscribe on SoundCloud and YouTube. The G Code.
I was born in the G Code, embedded in my blood. Matter of fact, you just triggered a level orange G Code security threat.
And that's the G Code.